Good evening, guys. All right, take a seat like normal on the ground. Feel free to grab a pillow if you want to sit on a pillow. However you want to sit. Legs do not have to be crossed as usual. You can have them straight out in front or opened up like a straddle. Whatever feels comfortable. We're starting with our usual breathing in and out. So, hands are going to rest on your knees. However you're sitting, I want your palms to be facing up. You're going to breathe in and exhale out. The most important thing to remember as you're doing this is you just want a spine that is neutral. So you don't want to be like leaning off to the side. You want to be able to sit straight up. I mean, it doesn't have to be like perfectly straight, but you do want to have a neutral spine going up and down. Close your eyes, inhale deeply, and exhale. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, feel free to have your eyes closed. Breathing. If it starts to feel more comfortable to turn your hands around and grab onto your knees, feel free to do that, or just keep them palm facing up. Inhale up, exhale down. 2-second inhales, 4-second exhales. Again, eyes can be closed or they can be open. As you're inhaling up, you're lengthening that spine up towards the ceiling, and as you're exhaling, I want you to feel a nice heavy weight as your body sinks down closer to the mat. Arms should be super relaxed. Shoulders should also be super relaxed. Up and down. One more deep breath in. Exhale, and now rotate your head. So you're going to do 5 rotations. It doesn't matter which way you start with, but you're going to do clockwise or counterclockwise. To start, you're going to do both directions. So start with 5 nice slow rolls, really letting the top of your forehead face the ceiling. Drop it forward, let your chin tuck into your chest. Letting it really fall over to the side. Breathing. Totally relaxing your head and neck as it falls forward. Still breathing in and out of the movement. When you reach those 5 on one side, make sure you switch. Breathe. Nice and slow and controlled. Making sure your shoulders are not inching up towards your neck. They're totally relaxed. Your arms should be feeling like there is no weight in them. They should feel nice and light. You're not trying to lift them up towards your neck. Breathe, come back to the middle as you finish up on that other side. You're going to take your right hand, walk it over to the left side of your head. You're not pulling on your head at all. You're just relaxing. You're letting the weight of this right hand just pull a little bit more on your neck. If you feel extra tight, or even if you have any allergies or congestion right now, or if it just feels tight, you can take your left hand, your 2 fingers, and you can kind of pull down from behind your ear all the way down to your collarbone. Breathing. If you don't feel tight, or if you don't feel stuffy at all, you can take this hand instead and just let it walk away from you on the ground. So you can do both. You can do a few rubs back and forth, on your neck and then move down to the ground. But just breathing and holding. Do whichever feels more comfortable and fits what you need right now. Go ahead on this exhale, go ahead and relax that side. Let's take our left hand, now bringing it onto the right side. Again, not pulling that head, but just letting the weight of that arm pull your head down a little bit past where it would normally naturally fall. Taking my right hand and pulling along that side of my neck from behind my ear down to my collarbone if I choose. Or bringing that hand down to the ground and walking it away from myself. Either one, breathing deeply, you're still doing that 2-second inhale, 4-second exhale. Breathing. And on that exhale, go ahead and relax it. Hands are going to be on your knees. Now you can be with legs straight or legs bent. You're going to take your left hand and you're going to rotate your shoulder towards your left side. Put your left hand just behind your body, pressing with your right against this knee. And if your legs are straight, you're just pressing on the inside of that leg instead. Look over that left shoulder as much as you can. Breathing deeply, trying to generate that rotation from your torso. So that's where all of that rotation is coming from, and your shoulder is just following suit. Breathing. Exhale, come forward, switch sides. Right hand now back behind. Twisting, using that torso to really twist around. Look over that right shoulder. Using my left hand to press against my left leg to help push that twist a little bit more. Come back to the middle. This time I want you to only turn your head, look back as far as you can, really trying to look over that shoulder on the left side. Breathe in and out. Come back to the middle, look over your right shoulder now. Same thing, looking as much as you can. Inhaling, exhaling. Breathe. Good, back to the middle. Now you are going to put your feet out for this next part. So if they are bent, go ahead and bring them out in front of you. You're going to have a slight bend in your knees. If you're feeling more flexible, you can let these legs go straight if you want to, but I'm going to keep quite a nice little bend in my knees. I'm going to take my hands, and they are rotated out to the sides, but everybody is different. Some people like their hands facing straight back or even facing towards them. Usually this is the hardest on the wrists, so I recommend to the side or going back away from your body. Now from here, I want you to have a relaxed spine. So you're going to lean, you're going to have a curved spine. You're going to inhale, and as you exhale, I want you to basically do cat-cow as you're seated here. So you're going to press through, you're opening up your shoulders, opening up that chest. You're pushing your chest forward towards the ceiling, arching that back. Inhale, you're doing tailbone, just like you do in cat-cow. Your tailbone is tucking in, and you're letting your spine relax. Inhale, exhale, open up those shoulders. Even let your head fall all the way back if you choose to stretch out the front part of that neck. Relaxing the spine, letting it round. I'm almost exaggerating that round as I do this. Breathing and opening up. Now we're going to take it up a level. If you feel comfortable here and you don't really want to go up a level, just keep doing what we were just doing. If you feel like you want a little bit more, you're gonna just lift your hips up off the ground. So I'm gonna come into a hovering kind of hold, like I'm doing a crab walk almost. And as I inhale, or I can stay on the ground until I come all the way up. As I inhale and exhale, I'm gonna lift my hips up towards the ceiling. Inhale, exhale down. So I'm gonna do pretty much all the movement as I'm exhaling. So down here at the bottom, inhale and rest. Exhale and lift those hips up as much as you can, really opening up those shoulders. Inhale, exhale, come down. Inhale, rest. Exhale, up. Breathing. Exhale, down. Let's do 2 more. Inhale. Exhale, up. Inhale. And exhale, down. 1 more. Resting at the bottom. Exhale all the way up. Breathing. Exhale as I come down. Breathe, keeping your legs slightly bent. We're gonna do that same twist that we did just a minute ago, so your hands can stay behind your body. And again here, if you wanna have more straight legs, feel free to have it, or you can have a slight bend like I'm going to have. I'm going to generate that rotation from my torso, just like I did. I'm gonna grab with my right hand the outside part of my left knee and kind of hook onto it, taking my left arm behind me, again twisting and looking over that shoulder. Inhale and exhale. As you exhale, try to twist a little bit more, a little bit deeper. Feel free to close your eyes. Breathing back to the middle as you exhale. Go ahead and switch to the other side. Breathing. Exhale, deepen that twist. Come back to the middle. Now, you're gonna be needing a pillow in a little bit to help open up your chest a little bit more. We're doing a lot of stuff to help open up the chest and shoulders today. So if you have a throw pillow nearby, you might wanna grab it, because after we do this next one, you're gonna need it. We're gonna turn over and we're gonna do some down dog now to just really lengthen our spine and help open up those shoulders a little bit more. So after down dog, we're gonna be doing something with a pillow. So if you don't have one, make sure you go grab one. It can also be a blanket too. So a throw blanket, anything that's not too chunky will work great. Or if you have a yoga block, feel free to use that. So we're gonna hinge from our hips forward. So we're gonna hinge down, bend those knees as much as you need to. Go ahead and bring those hands forward. You're gonna push back into your hips. You wanna keep that tailbone not tucked, but untucked. As you push back, ears are between your shoulder blades. Feel free to bend your knees as much as you need to. We haven't really stretched or worked out our legs or anything yet, so they're probably gonna feel a little bit tighter. So feel free to bend them as much as you need to. Walk that knee in and out. Really pushing the ground away with my hands, keeping that tailbone untucked. I want my head to just hang and relax. Again here, letting those knees walk in and out. Breathing. Good. We're gonna take our right leg and we're gonna send it straight back into a hip opener. So right leg comes straight back. I'm gonna open my hips up to the side, and then I'm just gonna let this foot fall. And I'm leaning as far as I can to really feel a stretch in that right side, my right oblique into my core.
Pushing the ground away still. Rotate it back over. Bring it down. Let's bring up our left leg straight back. Hinging those hips, letting it open up to the side. Remember, you're just letting your neck hang, relaxing, actively pushing that ground away. Let's rotate it back. Now we're gonna just kind of quickly move back and forth. So right leg comes up and open, holding for just a breath, rotating back, left open, breathe, rotating back, right up and open, bring it down, left, breathe one more time on each side, right leg up and open, breathe, left up and open, rotating it back and coming down. Take a nice wide stance with your down dog, or sorry, not with your down dog, with your child's pose. Sink back, rest your head on the ground. I want you to take 5 deep breaths here. Now, as you finish up those breaths, you're gonna grab this pillow, and I want you to, and you can even grab more than one pillow, or like I said, if you had blankets where you can even stack them, that's gonna work. You're gonna hold child's pose, but you're gonna rest your hands on it. You can also, I have a step right here, so if you happen to have a step nearby, you can also use that step. Instead, you want to make sure that you're lifting. This is going to be kind of a more intense opener, so if it doesn't feel comfortable, you don't need to do it. You can also fold your pillow in half to make it a little bit higher, but you're going to come up from child's pose and you're going to put your hands just like you were doing in child's pose. And this time you're going to drop your head down, but you're going to keep your arms elevated on this pillow. So if you need it to go higher, you can stack as many pillows or as many blankets or even books as you need to. If your legs feel uncomfortable being so wide, go ahead and bring them in. If you would like to, you can do it either way, but we're just going to hang out here for 10 breaths. So bring those arms up onto that pillow, let that head drop down, and breathe. It doesn't matter where your arms land on the pillow as long as your head can get to the ground still. So you don't want to be so close that your head hits the pillow. Breathing in and out. Nice 10 deep breaths. 2 seconds in. 4 seconds out. Try to relax your back as you're breathing. Let your chest sink closer to the floor. Two more breaths. My back might feel a little bit tight right after that because we held it. Move the pillow off to the side for just a second. We're gonna use it again, but not right now. So move it out of your way. You're gonna come into just standard good old cat-cow. And so now we want to really do the opposite. So I want you to really push through your hands. Y'all know I love my slow and controlled cat-cows. So just like I always show y'all, you're gonna tuck that tailbone first, let that movement come up your spine, and then really pushing the ground away, open up that scapula, pushing it up and open, really rounding that back. Inhale. As you exhale, start to untuck that tailbone, letting the movement go up your spine, dropping your chest through your arms, and head looking up towards the ceiling. Breathe. Exhale, tuck that tailbone. Pushing the ground away. Breathe, tuck that chin in. Untuck that tailbone. Slow and steady. Looking up towards the ceiling. Breathe. Tuck the tailbone. Push the ground away. Back and forth. One more each time, coming up and down. Come all the way down to the ground. This is also one of my favorite ones that I'm sure y'all will recognize. Laying with your arms straight out. Go ahead and bring that left arm in towards your chest. My right arm is straight away. Left arm is going to come in. Left leg is bent. I'm pressing my heel up, rotating like we just did in down dog. Rest that head on the ground. And letting this knee open up as far as you can go. Breathing. Holding here. Feel free to close your eyes. You could probably even put your head on the pillow right now. Mine's right here. Just put your head right on a pillow. That might even feel more comfortable. So comfortable you might just, fall asleep in this awkward pose. I can't imagine sleeping in a pose like this. Breathing. The more I try to relax in it, the more, if you can see it, I am opening up my foot. So I'm rolled to the outside of my foot and I'm just letting my knee drop down. So I'm really twisting out my torso. Don't worry if you can't even get your foot on the ground though. That's gonna be a great twist and a great stretch for you anyways. Breathing. And rotating right over. Nice and slow. Switching to the other side. Right arm comes in, right leg up, kicking it up and over. I'm gonna use my pillow for sure on this side. Bringing that foot down. Again, falling onto the outside part of my foot and just letting that knee open. Feel free to close those eyes and just breathe. Breathe. One more deep breath in. Rotate around, nice and easy. Moving my pillow out of the way. I'm gonna bring my arms right next to my rib cage, and I'm going to use my back to lift my chest up
and then push all the way up, taking a deep breath. Relaxing my shoulders. I'm trying to let my shoulder blades kind of draw down my spine so my shoulders are relaxed. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, go ahead and come all the way back down to the ground. Now we're gonna take this pillow, and this is gonna be, since I shortened the class a little bit to 30 minutes, the last few minutes we're gonna be doing a fairly passive stretch. So you're gonna take your pillow, and again here, I'm gonna fold it over like I did with the stretch earlier because it's gonna be more comfortable on my spine. If you don't want as high of a, well, you'll see it when I do it. If you don't want as high of a object behind you, you can just leave it unfolded and that'll be fine. The throw pillow will work great for this as well. So I'm gonna put my pillow down. I'm gonna put my, kind of at the base, and this would work too if you have a throw blanket, at the base of my spine, and I want it to just rest here along my spine. I'm gonna put my head flat down. Now if you have a pillow, you can put a pillow underneath your head so you feel a little bit more comfortable. Your arms are gonna come out like a T or like a cactus, so it's up to you. And then your foot position, we're gonna start with our legs bent and they're gonna be hip width apart. Arms are just gonna relax. I want you to close your eyes and you're gonna just breathe. Now if that 2-4 ratio doesn't distract you enough from everyday life and you're still thinking about your day tomorrow or your day today, I want you to up that ratio. Maybe breathe in 3 seconds, exhale 6, or breathe in 4, exhale 8, and so on. Do whatever feels like a comfortable challenge. So you can't think about tomorrow's worries as you do this. I'm back. Breathing. Of course, at any point it feels uncomfortable, you could just remove the pillow. Breathe in and out. As you exhale, just like with anything, I want you to relax onto the pillow. So feel like your body is weighted, and you're dropping your hips closer to the ground. You're dropping your shoulders closer to the ground. Breathe. Now I want you to take your feet in the same position, your upper body at least. Let your feet come together in cobbler's pose. So that just means that your 2 feet are going to be touching. Legs are going to fall out to the side as you are still lying back on this pillow or on your blanket. Breathe still. Again here, if your legs start to feel uncomfortable for any reason, you can go out of it and go back to the starting position. Good, keep breathing. Take 2 more breaths here. When you finish with those 2 breaths, you can come up, you can remove your pillow. You're gonna lie back down for just a second, hug those knees in, and just rock from side to side. Breathe. Good. One more deep breath. And you are all done. All right, guys, that is it for today. day. Thank y'all for joining me. I hope you feel better. It's really funny. I had actually completely planned a hip opener class today, and I changed as I started, and I decided just to do chest. So hopefully y'all enjoyed that change of class without even knowing it until now, and hopefully your shoulders, your back, everything feels a little bit looser and a little bit better. All right, guys, I'll see you next week.